Welcome to another session of Live with Panis. Today we have Styliana Charalambous, a young entrepreneur, founder of SelfMade Academy. We're going to have a good discussion about her journey and some other stuff that Styliana is doing. Welcome to Styliana to Live with Panis podcast. Let's start by introducing yourself and give our audience some background on your journey and what are you doing.
Firstly, I would like to thank you so much, Panis, for inviting me to your podcast. My name is Styliana Charalambous. I'm going to start with my background and my studies. I have studied accounting and finance and business in an English university. Then as soon as I finished my degree, I worked in a Big Four company in KPMG for 5 years as an auditor while I was getting my chartered accountant qualification. So at some point, I realized that I am passionate about the financial markets and the stock market and investments. So I decided to make a shift in my career. And for the last 3 years, I've been working as the head of investments and market research for a Forex company in Limassol. But recently, I have decided to start my own thing, my own business, where I provide financial education to people. I have online classes where I teach financial markets and investing, and I also create content for my social media and for other companies in the finance industry.
Yeah, we have seen some nice TikTok videos of you, and we met recently in the Cyprus Fintech Summit where we catch up and we said, let's do this podcast. By the way, great background. Is the guy of the Monopoly guy behind you, or what is that?
I like Monopoly. He's the artist.
Yeah. I mean, okay, what inspired you? I mean, to start your entrepreneurial journey, and how did you come with this idea? I mean, to educate people about trading. Yeah.
Yes, what inspired me in the first place, it was to bridge the knowledge gap that was in the personal finance, because the truth is that we learn nothing about personal finance in school. So I wanted to simplify complex financial concepts for everyday people, creating educational content and collaborating with finance companies. It was a natural progression to reach a wider audience for me.
And okay, you said you specialize in investment strategies, market research, and finance. Did you like that path? How it happened? I mean, going to that path, and then do you have a story to tell here? Yeah.
Yes, what happened actually when I was working in the Big Four firm, I remember that I had some money saved and I had them in the bank, and I was receiving a small percentage of income every year. But every year it was becoming even smaller. And I thought to myself, I have to find alternative ways to invest this money, because it didn't even worth it for 0.01% to have my money in the bank. So I've discovered the stock market and investments. I started reading about everything. And then I was lucky because it was the coronavirus that was announced and the stock market fell by 70%. So I thought it was a great chance for me to enter the financial markets, and I started investing in different stocks. I remember my first stock I ever bought was Coca-Cola. So I will always remember that. I also invested in some crypto, and my journey in this industry started from this time, and I continuously educate myself and read every day and try to understand the markets, because I have also personal interest in them. It's not just a job for me.
Okay. And as far as I understand, okay, one of the products as an entrepreneur that you deliver right now is the academy, or maybe some other stuff. I mean, what do you love about this? I mean, about the academy. If you have any stories of people to share with us that they did this academy, yeah, it would be great to listen some stories, and what do you love about your product. Yeah.
What I love in the way I create social media content is that I try to make finance interesting to people, because many people think that finance is something very complicated and they cannot understand it. And I try to send them message, the educational part, but also to make it entertaining. And also, what I love about teaching people how to manage their personal finance is that it has such a huge impact in their lives. Someone's life can change and can significantly improve when they find a way to better manage their money. They understand that there are more ways to make money, not just by working in a 9-to-5 job. You can have passive income in some cases with some dividends, or you can create multiple sources of income, so you can feel more secure than just depending on one source of income, because many things can happen. We have seen a lot of things happen in the previous years. Many people lost their jobs due to this crisis, the coronavirus. And if you have multiple sources of income, you can manage it at some point by not just depending in one job.
Yeah, true. But of course, okay, and this is also a disclaimer for this podcast. If you hear anything from Styliana or me, it's a disclaimer that it's not an investment advice or anything, just to be on the safe side with everything. Because, okay, of course you can make money, but of course you can lose money. There is also a significant risk coming with all this procedure. You want to share some thoughts on that also?
Yes. As easily as you can make money in the financial markets, you can lose money in the same way. That's why it's very important to understand the risks that are involved and educate ourselves, so we can take informed decisions before we make any investments.
And okay, all the entrepreneurs, they have some, usually they have some core values or principles that they follow or guide them during their life of the entrepreneurial life. What is yours? What is your core values or principles?
First of all, I would say integrity and transparency, because due to the fact that I am in social media, I share everything that I do in my professional life with my followers. Anything that I do professionally, the investments that I make, I try to be transparent. I'm honest in every case. And as part of my business, some companies came to me and they told me to advertise their product, for example, but I would never advertise or suggest a product that I didn't use myself and I was not satisfied by using it. This is the main principle for me.
Okay, and okay, you okay, during your trading, or you said you trade, you said now you have built the academy in your. Can you share with us maybe a challenge that you have or obstacle that you face, and maybe how you manage to overcome this and maybe learn some out of this challenge something? Yeah.
So I would say one of the significant challenge was gaining credibility as an influencer in the finance niche. And I overcame it by consistently producing high quality, well-researched content and engaging with my audience so I can build trust.
When you engage with your audience, what do you see the audience? They like it? You have also negative feedback. How do you challenge all this?
Of course, there are always negative comments in every video, especially on TikTok. Most people are hating other people and writing hate comments. But I feel like this is something normal, and I try to engage with my audience by replying to their messages. Even in my videos, I encourage them to ask me if they want to ask me about anything finance related, or if they didn't understand something that I said in my videos, or they want a more simplified explanation, to text me and then communicate with them and try to solve any issues that are there and anything that they didn't understand.
So, do you want to share a bit more about your TikTok experience? Now you mentioned TikTok, etc. Can you share also with us some more stuff about your TikTok experience? How you find TikTok? Yeah.
When I started posting on TikTok, my journey, I couldn't really understand how TikTok works. And the truth is that when you decide to take it seriously and produce valuable content, really valuable content that you would like to see on TikTok, and understand what your audience wants, and most importantly, be consistent. I try to post everyday content. I think this is when you master the TikTok game and you gain the trust and you gain more followers and more popularity.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with TikTok. Okay, you can find very valuable stuff in very valuable videos inside, but of course you can find also funny stuff, other stuff, and many, let's say, BS stuff, bullshit stuff.
Exactly.
And the nice thing with TikTok, or at least what I like, is that they give you the For You feed that if you want, you can select your account that you want to see, and that's it. You will not be bothered by other stuff. That's the one thing that actually I don't think other social media has.
Yes, this is what separates TikTok from other social media platforms, is that you see content that you're actually interested about. But sometimes this can be a problem because maybe someone goes through a difficult time in their lives and they're watching this kind of videos and that are a bit depressing. And all these kind of videos are coming over and over again in For You page. So you have to change your mood, try to watch more positive content so you can receive more positive content and see more content like that.
Oh, Styliana, what was the most rewarding moment until now in your career? Or
Where I feel more rewarded is when I receive positive feedback from my viewers and the positive impact my content had on people's financial life and how they have improved their financial lives. Knowing that I'm making a difference keeps me motivated. This is what keeps me going.
And to be honest, okay, unfortunately for a woman, it's difficult, especially in the finance industry. It's difficult to, we see how women are undervalued in a lot of industries, but even in finance, that a lot of people, they think that is a men's game, but it's not like this. I mean, you have an opinion on that? I mean, okay.
I feel like the two genders have equal challenges to face and equal expectations from the society. But okay, especially in career-wise, women may face some extra issues. For example, some people may not even take you seriously because you're a woman, and this is a problem that I face sometimes, but I try to overcome it when people really see who you are as a woman and what you have achieved and how hard you're working. Then they realize that it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, then you deserve to have the things that you have in your life financially and professionally.
Yeah, I believe if you work hard, I mean, even a woman or man, we put the hours there and do the hard work, I believe you will achieve your goals, whatever goals might be like. I mean,
Yes, I don't think that there is one gender better than the other. We both face challenges and we're both on the same page.
okay, the business landscape, okay, you see it becomes more complex, especially with the geopolitics now in all the countries and other stuff. But how do you stay, how you try to innovate in some stuff and how you stay adaptable in all these constantly changing landscape that we have in business and startups, in entrepreneurship?
Yeah, as I was doing from day one when I started learning about the financial markets, I'm reading daily, maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours a day. I try to stay innovative. It involves sometimes continuous learning and adapting to evolving financial landscapes that we see changes on a day-to-day basis. I try to stay updated through markets, through research and through networking, of course, with all these events that we had in September, I've learned so many things, especially from Cyprus Fintech Summit that we have been there. And I try to keep an open mind to accept changes. For example, I use artificial intelligence in my daily life to improve my work and make it more efficient. So yes, try to keep an open mind and learn new things every day.
You said you use artificial intelligence. Can you share some tools? You use ChatGPT, and how do you use it? Maybe?
ChatGPT is my best assistant, especially when replying to emails. I would not write an email on my own anymore. I will just write on ChatGPT what I want to deliver through the email. Then it is prepared from ChatGPT. Of course, I have to review it because you never know the outcome, but it helps me a lot.
I started using also when I prepare panel moderations or the interview that we are having today. It gives some ideas, especially to ask or things to ask in a podcast.
The right inputs, for example, even for the panels, if you just add the background of the people that are going to be in the panel and specifically what the subject will be, you can have very nice, valuable questions from ChatGPT.
Okay, I understand that you are early now in your entrepreneurial venture, etc. But of course, what advice maybe you have some advices to give to someone that is actually starting also right now?
Yes, I don't think that I'm in a position to advise someone because I'm starting now, but based on my experience so far, I realized that one of the best things that you can do to your business is just to start, because many people struggle to even start. You have to be consistent, you have to face the daily challenges, and you have to start small, you have to stay persistent and prioritize providing value to your audience and just never give up.
Entrepreneurship is hard, and also it has, like a roller coaster of emotions, etc. What kind of skills you see someone can have in order to last in all this entrepreneurial journey that he will take on?
Adaptability is the first thing I would say, which is related to the previous thing that we discussed. We have to adapt to changes. We have to be resilient because we're going, of course, to face many challenges through our career as entrepreneurs, and the ability to learn from failures. I think that entrepreneurs move from one failure to another until they actually succeed, and you have to have the resilience to continue move from one failure to another until you finally find do what you have to do to succeed as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's basically failures will be more than any success will come eventually in your entrepreneurial journey. I will add on this maybe that you have to learn from your failures or mistakes, let's say, during the process. If you don't learn, you fail constantly, then you might have problem. I don't know how you see that.
You just have to take a step back and say, okay, what happened? I failed. Why I failed? How can I improve this so next time I don't do the same mistakes? And it's just an ongoing process where you learn every day new things and overcome failure. I think.
Yeah, it's there is this cheesy fail first attempt in learning, but a lot of people that mention. But I think if you develop that, especially with the growth mindset, this is where you have a winning. I believe we'll have a winning
Yes.
Attitude.
Of course, there's going to be rejection. Maybe every day we will face, as I already do. I send, for example, hundreds or thousands of emails, and maybe I will get just one reply from 500 emails. Let's say, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your product, in what you're offering, and just keep going.
Yeah, and now you mentioned email sending, etc. For you, can you share with us a typical day of Styliana? And how do you maintain also work-life balance? I mean, that's very important. I believe in mental health when you are trying to build something on your own.
So how is my day-to-day life? So the first thing that I do in the morning is to create content. This involves finding ideas. Sometimes I cannot find new ideas. Sometimes I struggle and I try to get inspired. Then I have to write scripts, film videos, edit, and post. This is one thing that I have to do on a day-to-day basis. Then I have to research, see what is going on in the financial markets to be aware. And of course, the collaborations with my partners, with the companies that I collaborate. Maintaining a work-life balance involves setting clear boundaries with time management, which I think is very hard, especially in the beginning when someone starts a business. I don't think I've managed to successfully do that for the moment. So all I do, and which is not the right thing, but this is my reality. At this period of my life, I focus on my own work, and all I do every day from morning until the evening is to work on my business, but it's something that I enjoy and I feel fulfilled by the end of the day. And of course, it's something that is not sustainable, but I think it's what is required at this point.
Yeah. What I say, okay, work hard, but have fun harder. That's my, at least my personal.
Process.
Sorry.
We have to enjoy the process because this is
Yeah,
a
of
process
course.
to reach our
Yeah.
goal.
And okay, we mentioned failure. We discussed about setbacks, etc. Do you have an experience, a story to share with us? What went wrong? What you have learned out of that thing, and how did you move forward? More specifically, yeah, more from your journey, whatever journey you had, the journey you have the last years. I mean, yeah.
What went wrong? Maybe in the beginning when
Maybe something small. I mean, you also you said that you invested an amount and you managed to get from zero to a six-figure investment portfolio. Maybe something went wrong at this. Of course, something went wrong in this whole process. Maybe how did you learn that? Maybe? Yeah.
this is also a process. So one thing that went wrong, I think, but it helped me learn a lot of things is, so as I mentioned, I bought most of my investments March 2020 when the stock market fell 70%. So I got my stocks on discount, very good prices. But then in 2021, we had all-time high of the stock market. We had so high prices before the fall. And because I didn't have a right strategy back then, I didn't know that I needed a strategy for my investments. I didn't sell any of my investments, and then I saw them falling where I could sell some of them because I had profits of 100% return on my investment, 200%, 300% in some cases. If I had a right strategy in place, I will be able to make more money from my investments. But now I've learned and I have developed a strategy, and I'm currently every day working on it and changing it and improving it.
And okay, if do you have any resources, books, tools that it help you during this process or your entrepreneurial journey that you can share with our audience?
Yes, I read books. I try to read books whenever I have free time. In technical terms, to learn about the stock market are different books than the books I use for inspiration. My favorite book up to now was Rich Dad Poor Dad because it changed my mindset. And I know it's a very popular book by Kiyosaki. So this is one book that I would recommend. And also Atomic Habits is the book that I loved. It helps you create habits in your day-to-day life and stick to them so you can achieve what you want, because we cannot just wake up one day and be successful. It's an everyday process, small things that you have to do every day so you can reach your goals.
Okay. Also, okay, do you have any advices or tips that you can share in inspiring other people that they want to start learning financial analysis, or they're looking to become better in this field?
Yes, I will again start with consistency. You can read daily for 30 minutes or for 1 hour, and this will add up and you can learn so many things. So you have to focus on analytical skills because when doing fundamental analysis, for example, you have to be able to read the financial statements of a company, the figures, and understand where this company is going financially, and staying updated with the industry news. Also, networking with people of the industry, you can learn a lot of things from that, and attending webinars and conferences, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned also that you teach in a university.
Yeah.
In Yeah, I mean, how do you find teaching? Uh, how do you find teaching? It's easy. It's difficult. It's hard. You love it.
I like it. That's why I'm doing it for 2 years now. And it's an opportunity for me to connect with young people, and I try to teach them as much as I can from my personal experiences, not just what is written in the books, but actually what skills they would need to survive and succeed in their career. So it's something that I like, something that I enjoy, and helps me network.
Cool. And the academy that you are running, your academy, it's online, I imagine.
Yeah, the lessons
It's
are online because I have people from other countries as well.
okay. You do also one-to-one, or when?
I do some one-to-one classes. There are some people who prefer one-to-one sessions for privacy.
And how do you stay updated on all these trends? You said you're reading a lot, of course, but how do you stay updated? I mean, what is your best, for example, media that you follow to learn trends or new stuff in finance and investment sectors?
The websites that I read on a daily basis. You
The
mean?
website, or if you have other methods, maybe you can share some methods how you can stay updated in these trends. I don't know. Maybe you have some tools, maybe, I don't know, newsletters that you follow.
I have some people that I follow in the industry. I also watch some YouTube videos. When I started learning about the financial markets, I was watching also a lot of YouTube videos to help me understand some things. But now it's clear to me what is valid and what is not, because there is a lot of information in the internet. And in some cases, it's not realistic, or someone may say something. You see a title like "How to Make 1 Million in 1 Week." And maybe you don't have to see this kind of videos because you don't get valuable information from those videos. So I try to filter and see what is actually worth my time to watch. On a daily basis, of course, I read on Bloomberg the news. It's something that will help me be up to date with what is going on in the world. Also, I use Yahoo Finance to research companies, to uh, to do a fundamental analysis. It's a tool that helps you analyze a company and understand their financials, their industry, and the analyst projections for the industry.
Cool. How do you see the finance industry moving in the future? Any opportunities or challenges that you see or can predict? We have a lot of technology now in the finance sector. How do you see all these as an opportunity or a challenge?
I think that more things are going to be automated in the future, even in the finance industry. We have so many innovative companies that we can make our work more innovative and efficient in many ways. There are some tools, as we said before, the artificial intelligence tools that can help us move a step forward in what we can do, in what we do in our day-to-day tasks of our business in finance. And I think that there are also many challenges for people to adapt in this new changing world. that you have to study every day and understand firstly why something is changing and learn as many things that you can about the new way of doing things and how to improve.
Yeah, and everybody they're discussing about now. One of the hot trends is sustainability. Okay, we need to become sustainable. Everything we do needs to become sustainable. How do you see your academy maybe becoming sustainable in the future? Yeah.
I feel like my academy would be sustainable if I keep up to date with the new trends and challenges and changes. If I'm teaching the same way now and I use the same ways to teach in 10 years, this could not be sustainable because, of course, many things will change. The way that people make money will change. The new opportunities that there are in the markets for people to create other sources of income will not be the same. So by continuously evolving and trying and reading and overcoming challenges and finding new ways to teach people more valuable stuff, you can keep a sustainable company.
Yeah, and at the moment, how do you measure success? I mean, what are your metrics?
On the feedback that I get
Or
from
maybe in the academy, or maybe in the content that you create. Yeah, I mean, yeah, different levels.
Of course, you can see some numbers. I have noticed that from the day I decided to, before I was posting on TikTok randomly, I didn't know how this works. But then when I decided to be, I said to myself, okay, I will try to be consistent for 1 month, 2 months to see what will happen. To post daily and try to improve my content, the way I edit my videos, the value that I provide to my audience. And I have noticed that my views and my followers have tripled from this time. So it really works. Consistency works, and trying to become even 1% better every day will get you to the next level.
Cool. Great tip, because I'm trying to get into TikTok. I need to apply all these tips.
I am sure you will do great, as with everything that you do.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Okay, if you could work on only one project for a year to transform your academy or maybe your account in TikTok, I don't know. What would be and why?
If I could only choose one project from all the things that I'm doing, I would continue do the content creation, because it's something that I really enjoy. It's not easy to do it on a daily basis, but at the end of the day, I feel proud about what I produce and about how some people react. And some people come to me and say, "Thank you, you've changed my life. I've learned so many things from you. I like watching your videos," and this makes me feel very happy. So I would keep content creation.
Cool. Okay, COVID affected all of us some way or another.
Yeah.
What it did for you and how you survived, I mean, during COVID. And
So I don't know if it's right to say that, but for me, it was the best thing that happened in my life because it changed my life. Not just the stock market part, the
well, it's
way
not only you, other people also. Yeah.
it changed the way we think. We appreciate so many things now that we didn't used to do before. So
Uh, I imagine when COVID happened, you went into more digitally. That's why you went into creating your TikTok account. It was before also. You had the TikTok for before.
it was a bit after. It was not exactly 2020 that I created my TikToks. Is I think 2022. It's not a long.
Okay.
And I wasn't consistent back then, but in the last couple of months, I'm taking it more seriously.
What do you believe is the biggest threat for you? Maybe on a company level, for your academy, or for your personal life?
The biggest
Threat.
is for me, I think is to settle down and not improving daily, not doing what I have to do to improve on a day-to-day basis. I see a lot of people settling down, and because they maybe have a good salary or a good position, and they think that there's nothing left to do, but you have to try on a daily basis continuously, because things are changing, and if you don't change with them, you will stay behind. So I think it's the effort, it's the daily effort we have to put in.
Yeah. Okay, we mentioned negative feedback in the beginning. You have an experience to share with us? How did you deal with negative feedback, or maybe negative comments to share with us? Or yeah.
I value negative feedback as an opportunity for me for growth and improvement, but to be honest, I reply in a funny way to my negative comments. I have to reply because it helps the algorithm. So I don't delete them, I don't block people. I just let them write whatever they want to write, unless it's very offensive, of course. I don't want people to see this kind of things in my content. But because it doesn't really bother me, I try to just make a joke under a negative comment.
Okay. And okay, we discuss AI and other, disruptive technologies taking over our daily lives. How do you see the future evolving? Shall we see? Do you really will see robots or cars flying? Or
Maybe we can see that in the future. Disruptive technologies are transforming actually the industries, and staying adaptable is the key. But I think we will see many innovative applications, for example, in the future that will make our lives easier. That maybe we can see some flying cars as well. I see also electric vehicles becoming the main and evolving industry in the future. It's a mega trend, of course. And based on these trends, I also base my investment, a part of my investments is based on growth companies in this kind of industries, in electric vehicles, in artificial intelligence, that I believe that are going to be successful and more adopted in the future.
and have you seen in your industry some innovation that you like? For example, at once, I think it was TikTok that I have seen a video with a credit card that is actually like a transparent. It's like augmented in your hand, so you don't need to brought your visa or have a visa or something with you. How do you see, what innovation have you seen in your industry in finance, and you said, okay, wow, that's clever, that's
The same thing. I think the way we pay, the payments industry for the fintech companies, it's very interesting how it's evolving, and it's becoming even more easy for people to pay for things. You don't need to carry a credit card on you. You can pay even with your watch. This is very interesting. It's very convenient.
okay, cool. And what is your daily motivation? How you motivate yourself daily, if possible, to motivate yourself daily? Yeah.
I'm not motivated daily, but okay. As I said many times, consistency is the key, but sometimes you have to be motivated, of course. Is knowing that I empower individuals to take control of their financial lives, and my personal motivation is to become the best version of myself possible. And this is for what I'm trying every day.
Okay.
To prove to myself that I can move to the next level and I can build my own business, because why not? If you're working hard and you overcome all the challenges.
And the last question that I'm doing to all my guests is that, okay, if you were building your own company, your own enterprise, or non-dealing in finance, I mean, what you would be doing?
I will be traveling the world, to be honest. I love traveling. I love going to new places, meeting new people. So I think this is what I would do. And maybe at one point of my life when I retire, maybe this is what I will do with my life.
Cool. Maybe you can combine that. I never have seen the travel fintech guru. Like or a travel finance guy.
I try
So
to.
traveling to and combine finance maybe with traveling, etc.
I try
I
to do
heard
it. Sometimes you get distracted by, you want to visit new places and you cannot have your mind in at work all the time, 24/7. So sometimes you just have to relax and travel and enjoy what the hours that you can enjoy, and then you can focus on work some other time. But I will try to do it.
yeah, maybe when you're traveling, maybe you can do some video about finance related stuff, how people see. That
Okay.
can be it can be that would be interesting really.
Yes, and maybe I can reach a wider audience.
Yeah, you can find different finance trends in different countries. It's very cool to see what Africa, for example, they're doing in finance in Europe and other countries.
Okay, so
It would be interesting.
I will try to do that from Wednesday because I will travel to Athens, and I will try to also film some videos there and try to talk to people and see their way of thinking about this kind of things.
Cool. Okay, do you want to share anything else with our audience? Many thanks for your time. Yeah, do you want to share any other stuff with our audience as a last statement or closing?
Firstly, I want to thank you for having me again. And what I would say to the audience is to never give up and work hard for what they want in their lives and fulfill their dreams. And actually, they can have anything that they want, and they can be like they can be anything that they want. They can have everything if they really try and be persistent and resilient.
Okay, and do you want to share also your handler where people can find your videos, etc.? You're in TikTok, or can you share maybe your username? Or I
Yes,
think you mostly, yeah.
they can find me on TikTok, where I post most of my content. Is my username is still in finance, and the same username for Instagram. And these are the main applications that I use for content creation.
Okay, great. Many thanks for joining live with Panis podcast. Good luck with everything. We might see in the future also some other stuff, maybe. Thanks for watching, guys. Hashtag Panis Live. You can share this video with your friends, etc. on your profiles, and have your comments where you see it, and we'll get back to you in the comments if it's something that is needed to answer or for you. Many thanks for watching, listening, wherever platform you're using, and watching live with Spanish podcast. Thank you.